All right, folks, you're listening to the Wrecking Crew Comedy Podcast. I hope everyone had a happy New Year and a Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and what other ones are there? Seka, what other ones are there? Do you know of?
Um, Whatever they are, happy whatever they are, and all the best for the new year.
Yeah, all that. So, yeah. So, anyways, I hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday. That's what they say. Anyways, fuck, did you spend any money on Christmas?
The only money I spent on Christmas was for food.
Yeah, you're a big cook, aren't you? Like you love cooking.
I love to cook, and my husband and I decided many years ago not to give each other Christmas presents because whenever we're out and about, Um, if we see something we want, we just buy it. So why wait until Christmas, you know? So we stopped giving Christmas gifts, but we buy a lot of really good food for uh, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day,
Right.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, because we always have a gathering on New Year's Day, sort of like a brunch,
Right.
and we have 15, 16 people over, and we feed them, and their only requirement is to bring 2 bottles of Corbel champagne
Mhm.
so we can have mimosas.
Right.
And it's a win-win for us because we usually end up with a lot of Corbel.
Right. Sure.
So, but this year we had so much food out that I had to throw stuff away.
That's yeah, I know. Did you do a Christmas turkey?
No, I did a bone-in pork roast.
Bone-in pork roast. Yeah, my mom does that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting hungry. I'm getting real hungry. So,
Well, then I won't tell you what else we had.
what did you have for dessert?
I don't eat desserts.
You don't like
I
desserts?
No, I mean I have some of the. Uh, I have some chocolates here, the Roger chocolates with the hazelnut inside,
Yeah. No, I love.
and they're wonderful. I'll have maybe one or two of those a year. I'm more of a savory person than a sweet person.
You like
Not
you like.
not to say I'm not sweet, but my husband has a sweet tooth.
Yeah. No, I'm like that. I love candy. So I love anything ice cream, Mike and Ike's. Fuck, I eat those like. I love Mike and Ike's. You know what Mike and Ike's are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those. I love the cinnamon ones. And then I will. Do you go out and watch movies? Like go out to the theater?
No.
Because I go to the theater and I load up on like it costs about I don't know about $80,000 to $90,000 now to see a movie. So I load up on candy beforehand. I'll go to Walmart and just buy candy that's dirt cheap. That way, my kid, she's like, they're like, Dad, can you buy the M&Ms that are $700? And I'm like, no, we're not fucking no. So, I I bring all this candy with me, and before Christmas, I took my son to see Thor Ragnarok, and he gave me a hug as I was giving the guy the ticket, and all my fucking candy fell. And I said to him, like, I just looked at the guy and I said,
Oh,
dude,
geez.
yeah, I just said, dude, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna put that back in, because I was wearing a big, heavy coat, and I just said, I'm watching this movie. And he's like, no, I understand, So, um, uh, no, I love going to the movies, but I don't like going there if there's too many people. I would like to wait maybe, honestly, a month when the movie dies down, and then that way I could have fucking, you don't need. I always get some guy that's like, 9 feet tall sitting in front of me. You know, I hate like my son does that. He chews like a cow, and I cannot stand that. I'm like, close your fucking mouth. Like, well, I don't tell him close your fucking mouth. I'm like, please, just quiet, or I'm gonna throw you out the fucking window. You know. So, uh,
Well, see, I don't go to the movies for many reasons.
why is that?
Number one, number one, I can get it on pay-per-view.
Right.
Number two, I have Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
Number three, actually, which should be number one, I don't want to be shot down in a movie theater.
Oh, you're
I, I don't like crowds. The only time I am in a crowded place is if Aerosmith or the Rolling Stones are playing,
right, right.
and that's it. Um,
When
I
you
just I don't want to be in that environment.
when you mean shot down, do you mean like people recognizing you, or do you mean like just some psychopath pulling out a gun?
Some psychopath pulling on a gun.
Oh, okay. No, I know. That's isn't that fucked up though? Like a lot of people
Yeah,
that
it is fucked up. Plus, here's the another fact. If I watch it at home and I have to pay for it, it doesn't cost me as much.
right,
It might cost me $6 to rent the movie on pay-per-view.
right,
I have my own popcorn, my own candy, my own sodas, my own liquor, and I don't have to get dressed up. I can be in my sweats or my pajamas, and I can watch it from the comfort of my own home.
right. No, I'm with you.
So,
I
so why pay? I don't know. It's like
I know it's
even
crazy.
even though I'm retired, my husband's retired, we could get the senior citizen rate. By the time you buy your tickets, buy your snacks and stuff, it's like $60 when I
It
can do
is.
it at home for $6.
I know, and I'm with you, but I got kids and they're like, I want to see this movie, and I'm like, I can't get it on. I don't, I pay per view. There's something about a theater that I still enjoy. I kind of enjoy. Like now they got these cool seats that like it's like this fucking lounge now, and you're it's like a lazy boy. The seats, they're not like these, they're not like baseball stadium seats where they.
Yeah, I know. We have one of those theaters here too, where it's like a lazy boy
Yeah,
chair.
yeah, yeah.
You can push the button, the waitress will come, she will bring you a cocktail, she will bring you food, but still,
No, I know it's super
it
expensive.
it costs too much, and I'm much more happy being in my pajamas in my own chair in my house because I have a huge TV
Right,
in my living room.
right. No, I'm with you.
So
I totally understand what you're saying, but when I got a kid, like I do miss the theater. It just reminds me of when I was a kid, just going to the theater. I used to sneak into the theaters, no problem. It was like a idiotic thing where they had the door that you go through the front, but I used to go through the side door. I used to just walk in and never pay for a movie. So I didn't pay for a movie for the longest time.
oh,
So
you're
I,
a thief.
yes, oh, big time. But I would totally go and see, and I would watch a movie. I would run from theater to theater. Like when I was a movie aholic, I would just watch as many movies as possible because I just love them. And
No,
it
I
was,
miss going to the theater as well. But what I do not miss is all the mayhem that I see on TV
I know.
of people getting shot or mowed down or the craziness that happens whenever you're out in a large group of people. I'm too old and I don't want to be bothered with it.
But Seka, just a question. Do you, like, when, I don't want to say your age or anything like that, but Do you?
I'm no,
I'm not, I don't want to say it.
I'm 63. Hello.
Okay.
I'm 63 years old. I'll
Okay.
be 64 in April. I
Yes.
don't mind saying my age, but I don't have the tolerance for this crap.
April 15th.
Yes, me, Uncle Sam, Hitler, and the Titanic.
Yes, that is a wonderful company. Like that is a company where you just go, oh, yeah, I'd rather, um, um, I won't say it. You'll get pissed off, but yeah, I'd rather party with them. It would be kind of fun, just for a second, just see if Hitler could dance, just see if it's true, you know. Um,
Oh, well, interestingly enough, I would like to have a conversation with that man.
sure.
I don't care what I don't care whether he could dance or whether he could fuck. I would just like to have the opportunity to speak with him.
Right. What would you ask him?
Uh, why are you doing this to the Jewish community or to the gay community or anything else? Considering he was partially Jewish, I think.
Yeah, I heard that too. I saw some biopic about it that he was actually, they said, like, I don't know if it's true or not, and he was an orphan and he was actually, he was Jewish and they couldn't afford keeping him, so they gave him to a German couple, and his father was really not a very nice man and fucking treated him like a dog. And he grew up whatever. Anyways, I understand. Yes, I would ask questions like that too, but I think he'd go like this. Huh? What? Cuz I don't speak German. You know what I mean? So I guess it would be like Pictionary. I would do like the German. I would do like the
Well, in an ideal world, it would be that you could have a conversation with this person with no language barrier.
right. Sure. Where we had little microphones like the UN. You have those little microphones in, and then you could ask somebody.
But it doesn't matter. It would be like having a conversation with Mussolini.
Yeah. Like, what was his favorite food? That's what I'd ask him, because I'd be like, you are a thick guy. Like, you look like you eat a shitload of food, you know? And he's
Well,
Italian,
he
so
was
he
Italian. He probably ate a lot of pasta.
yeah, he for sure. But I'd always ask him what was his favorite, bolognese or just regular spaghetti, you know? Um, what was I gonna ask you? Do you remember years ago? Do you ever see this thing where years ago they had a guy? He was supposed to be the like just say you speak a different language, you have a guy that translates for you, and the guy was making up shit.
Yeah,
Like
I have seen that.
it's fucking
Like the people that do sign language that don't know what they're doing.
well yeah, like, he was doing something where like I guess he was telling the audience to fuck off, and I'm like, see, that's gold. We need more people like that just to fuck things up more. So
No, we don't. No,
so
we don't.
so the what was I gonna ask you? When when you were growing up, like when you see all these mass shootings and all these horrible things that are going on, and people say, "Well, that's been like that forever." Like, I don't think it's been like that forever. Do you see it as? I mean, I grew up in the '70s. I never heard of a person walking into a theater and fucking shooting people or going into a gay club and slaughtering people, and I never heard of or that just didn't happen. And do you think that's just society has just, you know, gone to shit?
Well, I have several views on that. First and foremost, I don't think it happened in those days as much as we see it happening now. And part of the reason is because we didn't have instant gratification of seeing these things because of the internet and things like that. but I don't think so much of that happened then,
Right.
at the time, because I grew up in the 50s and 60s.
Right.
And so to me, you're just a little puppy.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, it's like, we didn't have gaming in those days. And gaming now is so violent.
What do you mean gaming? Gaming like Vegas, like going to the casino?
No, like online gaming.
Oh fuck yeah, online gaming. What do you mean it's violent though?
Well, people are shooting each other, killing each other. It's this one against that one. And
You know, I worked at a club, doing stand up, and the guy I was with, like, we had to share. They had a room for us, and we had to share a room, and there was a computer, and all this guy did, and he was from the States, and he worked with a guy named Christmas. I used to call him Merry fucking Christmas. Every morning I'd see him, I'd go, Merry fucking Christmas. Because we'd run, whoever got this shower got the hot water. So, his buddy, I forget his buddy's name, but all he did, Seka, the whole time he was there, I mean, for hours at night, he would gamble. Like, he'd be like online gaming. And I'm like, dude, we got paid. The fuck are you doing? I'm a miser. So if I got paid, I would always think, like, I would eat at the club if it was free. Of course, you tip the staff or whatever, but I was a miser, and people know. Like, if we went on a trip together, I would pay half for gas or anything like that, or any like food. I'd pay for food, but I wouldn't just spend money on stupid shit. I never was like
I,
that.
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, I
I
always
used
thought
to.
it just never did it for me. I just thought I felt guilty, especially when you had kids or whatever. It just plus, my luck is I'd buy something really nice and my fucking, my transmission would blow. So it's isn't that weird? It's a bad way to think, like to think that saying, like
Well, I used to blow money like it was water. I mean,
right.
it it was nothing for me to go out and pay $2,000 $2,500 for a pair of shoes.
Yeah, but you were making you were like the. I'm sorry, people. I forgot to mention this is Seka, the Platinum Princess. She was the rock star of the adult industry. She was the biggest person that was mainstream back then. That I mean, she was fucking at a totally different level where you could see pictures of her online where she would have pictures with Aerosmith or she would be hanging out with some of the biggest fucking names. The guy that I know that you went out with him for I believe 3 years. Sam Kinison. She was the biggest at that time, the big like people forget. Like I know you met a lot of famous people, but how did you meet uh, Sam Kinison?
Oh, it was funny. There was a theater in Chicago that was right next to a church where Sam used to preach
Oh wow!
because he was a minister at one
Right,
time. And I can't remember the name of the theater at the time, but it was an old theater, very beautiful old theater where they had the tarot boxes,
right.
the ones that you see in an opera house. And I was sitting in one of those boxes, and I had never seen Sam live before. I mean, I knew who he was, but I was laughing so hard I actually peed my pants.
You're right.
And all of a sudden, this big guy comes up to me and said, Sam would like to see you after the show because he's never heard someone laugh so hard and with so much joy before. So I went backstage and things went from there.
Mm-hmm.
I traveled with Sam, and you'll have to,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the book.
no.
Seka.com, get the book because it explains all that, and it has pictures of Sam and I together, and we just had a great time.
Right.
I mean, his brother still denies the fact that Sam and I were ever together,
Why, like,
which
yeah, his brother, um,
is an asshole.
yeah, I tried to reach out to him, nothing, Zippo. So, and I get it. I guess people want to, ask tons of questions, but yeah, I don't know. You're not the first person to say that.
Well, yeah, because he always denied that Sam and I were ever together, which, I mean, I have pictures to prove it from. I was on Saturday Night Live with
Yeah,
Sam
yeah, that's right. And
because
one of the
when
deals.
they when they asked Sam to do Saturday Night Live for the second time, he said the only way I'll do it is if you have Seka on the show with me,
Right,
which to me was just like, okay, I'm blown away.
right,
And then we went from someplace in Florida to Bimini, and there are pictures of me and Sam sleeping on the boat on the way over to Bimini,
right.
and several other pictures. I adored Sam. I mean, Sam could be an asshole at times, but everybody was doing coke and quaaludes and drinking and smoking pot and everything else. So I mean, that all equates to you too can be an asshole.
Yeah, that will always help you out to. Um, yeah, that will get you going. I mean, it changes people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that stuff anymore. I mean, I still drink and I still smoke my cigarettes, even though as of yesterday I became a vapor.
I heard that's bad for you. It gives you popcorn lungs. That's what they say.
Oh,
Look it
you
up.
know what? I'm 63 years old. If something's gonna hurt me now, let it hurt me. I don't give a rat's ass.
No, I'm just telling you. That's what I heard. That it's people thought it was like, hey, it's fine to do that, but if you don't care about it or you don't give a shit about it, but I saw a thing where it said it gives you popcorn lungs, and I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess it fucks up your lungs. Uh,
Yeah, like cigarettes don't.
no, I know. So, but people were using vapes because they thought, no, this is a way of smoking and it won't harm you. Right? That's why
Oh
people.
no, I never, because I just started it yesterday, and the reason I started doing it yesterday is because first and foremost, we're having a painter come into the house and repaint our master closet, bathroom, water closet, and bedroom
Right.
because we want to sell the house, and you can't sell it with smoke smell in it. So I said, okay, let me try this. So I tried it, and my husband told me this morning when he walked into the bedroom, he goes, I can tell the difference already because I took out all the ashtrays and stuff and I just used my vape thing. And you know what? If you give me popcorn lungs, I don't give a rat's ass. I got to die of something. I don't have a whole lot of things left to die from. I don't do drugs,
Right.
you know, and I don't drink as much as I used to, and I don't have the risque behavior that I used to. So, fuck it.
Right.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. We all have to die from something.
Mm-hmm. No, I
And,
know. I saw
and
I saw an interview with you and Alan Thicke, and I just saw him maybe 2 years ago, and it was an old interview from 1984 that you did with him, and he was
Yeah,
like, he was, did he? It looked like the whole time he was like smitten with you, like he was coming on to you.
I don't know if he was coming on to me or not. I think he was smitten with me, but I was also smitten with him. He was a good-looking man.
Right.
You know, I would have jumped all over that if I had had the opportunity.
Now I hear that a lot, like where guys just, I don't understand why guys didn't come on to you, where they, I mean, they clearly liked you, but why wouldn't, I heard like big bands would, they would, that you liked, that you were like, yeah, I would totally, sleep with them, but they never asked. They never,
Like Aerosmith and Bon Jovi and the Rolling Stones.
yeah, like, were they, I guess just, they just thought, nah, maybe she's just not into it. Meanwhile, they're, you know, sleeping around with some other, I don't know, Bon Jovi, but they're nailing anything else that moves.
Well, no, we had mutual respect for one another.
Right.
I respected them not only as individuals, but for their craft.
Right.
And that was given back to me in spades because they did not come on to me because whether they wanted to or not, I don't know. But they did not do that to me because, first of all, I gave them the respect that they deserved, opposed to being a fangirl.
Right.
And I think that goes a long way.
Sure, of course. No, there's really nice pictures of you and Aerosmith together, just hugging or whatever, and I just think that's nice. Do you ever get, do you in contact or nothing? Zero? Like nobody?
No, I'm in contact with them.
Oh, cool. Can you tell them I said hi?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. That would mean a lot. Um, when you owned the 7 bookstores, did you run that all by yourself?
Um, no, I mean there were other people that worked at the stores, and
Like,
I was dating the guy that owned the stores.
right,
But no, it wasn't just me alone.
right. But fuck, that is. I mean, they must have been doing very well. 7 bookstores. That's really cool.
I paid for a car in quarters.
In quarters, what do you like? Just
Well, because at the time they had the peat booths, and
okay,
people would come in and they would get $5, $10 worth of quarters. They would drop the quarters.
right,
So I had a roll of quarters. I mean, several rolls of quarters in my trunk when I went to buy a car. And so I paid for a car with rolls of quarters. They had to bring out a wheelbarrow to get the quarters into the dealership.
that's kind of funny. Do you remember what kind of car it was?
Yeah, it was a Volkswagen.
Volkswagen Bug.
Yeah, it was a little bug.
Oh, that's cool. Um, is that something that, I mean, I think when you had the bookstores that you were making coin off of them, is that like, why did you get rid of them?
Well, I didn't because I didn't own them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you owned them.
Hold on one second. Hey, David, I'll have to call you back. I'm in the middle of an interview.
Oh, you're doing the interview now? Okay, call
Okay, bye. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, I didn't own the stores. And then when I broke up with the guy, um, we were living in California and he was trying to do too many things at one time. And when I decided to leave him because he was a jackass, I guess he got rid of the stores. I don't know, and I don't care.
Right. Oh, so I thought it was like they were yours. I didn't know that.
No, they. I mean, they were partially mine because, um, I profited from it, but I didn't own them because I was not married to the man.
Right.
So, which we can stop talking about him now.
Okay, sure. No problem. No, you're very um like if you're like, "Hey, I don't want to talk about that." You're like, "Enough." Have you always been like that?
Yes.
Now, where did you get that from? Is it just something that you just I don't know, were you born that way or did you just see that? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's just the way you are. You're like, I don't want to talk about it, move on. Like, where did
It's called life.
you've seen it all and you've like, you know what?
No, you know what, Vito, I haven't seen it all. And I hope I never live long enough to see it all. And I don't think any of us are going to live long enough to see it all.
Right,
But I do know this. When I'm done, I'm done.
right.
And, if you want to pursue it, then you'll be on my shit list.
Pursue what? Like, what do you mean?
I said, if you pursue coming to me with a question that I don't want to answer
Right,
or a subject that I don't want to comment on,
right.
and you keep coming at me that way, and I say no, or I don't want to answer or whatever,
Oh yeah,
then then you will be on my shit list.
yeah, but have I ever done that? Have I ever once you say move on, I've never gone, "Oh, by the
You are
way."
such an insecure little boy.
Yeah, no, have I ever
Are
continued?
we, Vito, are we talking?
Yeah, but have I ever asked?
Okay, okay, are we talking?
Yes, but
Okay, apparently you're not on the shit list.
okay, but no, I get that, but I'm saying I've always done that with any guest. I've never it doesn't matter to me if it's you or just anybody. If somebody doesn't want to discuss something, I don't pursue them. Continue to bug them about something. I just think,
Well, that's
what? That's just
the
something
truth.
they that's just something that if they're not with it, if they're not into it, I'm not into it. So there's no point, right? No point in
So
pissing off the person.
there you answered your own question, my darling. If you had done something to piss me off, I wouldn't be talking to you now.
Right. No, I get that. Okay, so um what else I was gonna ask you, when you were do you miss making, like, not the movies, but do you miss the whole atmosphere of, like lights, camera, and there's, people running around and you're kind of the star, and do you miss that? Not, not the other part of it, but the, you know,
Well, Dick, that's part of making movies. No, I don't miss it.
uh,
I do not miss it at all.
anything that you remembered that you did miss about it?
Um, Actually, I miss seeing my friends.
Right.
Because I have a lot of really good friends in the business, such as Kay Parker and Veronica Hart and Howie Gordon and um, which is Richard Pacheco. Um, Randy West, Herschel Savage, Nina Hartley. I mean, I miss seeing them because we would all see each other on set from time to time. They do more shows you know, like trade shows than I do because I don't go to most of the trade shows.
You just don't like them? Not your thing?
No, it's not that I don't like them. I do like them.
Oh,
But at the same time, most of the trade show people that own the shows are not willing to fly you in, give you accommodations, pay you a fee for being there. So I have to pick up my airfare, shipping all my product there, paying for my hotel. And before I even start, I'm $2,500 in the red.
right,
So I'm not doing that
right.
because at best, I might break even.
Oh, no.
And you know what? I'm not into breaking even anymore.
Yeah, fuck, neither am I. I know what you're talking about. Totally understand. Yeah, that's like, screw that. All that work for fucking just what? You're working for free. You're losing money, actually. You're losing
But
time.
yeah, by the time you go out to dinner or breakfast or whatever, you're in the hole.
Yeah. No,
No, I don't do that stuff anymore. Not unless they're willing to pay the airfare and hotel accommodations.
right. No, that's good. No, I totally understand that. Shit, that would really fucking, that would suck.
Because most of my product that I have these days I can get in a suitcase, so I don't have to worry about shipping. But it's like, why bother?
Right. Now, out of all the people that you work, I remember I just watched a documentary on um, John Holmes, and they said he never worked with the same girl twice, but I know for a fact he worked with you several
He
times, right?
worked, he worked with me more than he worked with anyone else, and vice versa.
Right. Did you like working with him?
I loved working with John.
Now, his dick was massive. Did it
Huge. It
did it
was huge.
did it hurt you?
No.
Hmm. Did you if is there a difference between big dick, small dick? Like not of course there's a difference, but having sex, does it matter?
Does it matter to me?
Yeah, like does it matter size? Cuz I've talked to
To me, no, it doesn't matter.
yeah, I've talked to porn stars about that, and most say, well, most of them say size really doesn't matter. It's just how you work it, and it's just
Well, I mean, John gave really good head, so that made it nice.
right,
He was a gentle lover,
right,
and he was very considerate, at least to me. I don't know about other people, but at least to me, he was. And he and I were friends, even though we did not hang out together, as I did not hang out with anybody in the business at that time. So, but John and I had a mutual respect for one another. So we always had a good time on set.
right. Anything that you didn't have a good time on set that you thought this just didn't work out?
Not that I can remember, no.
All right. So what is next for you? Like, what is like? I know you don't make movies or anything like that, but what is the next thing for you that you're gonna do?
I'm going to move to Panama.
Yeah, but you said that a year ago. Are you really gonna move there, or is it just
Well,
like
absolutely I am, but I got to get rid of all the shit in my house first.
Well, have you thought of just doing this where you just put, storage? Like you just put like what you
No, no, no. I'm not paying an extra bill. I'm cheap.
right.
I'm not paying an extra bill.
Um, can you stick it in the garage and just cover it up? Just put, you know, cloth or whatever on top of it. Just make sure people can't see it.
Well, you still have to get rid of it.
Yeah, but you just say, fuck. There's got to be a buddy that you could has a
No,
place that they could.
no. This is Panama's going to happen this year.
Right. Now, why do you have your heart set on Panama so much?
First and foremost, the infrastructure is excellent. Secondly, healthcare is impeccable. I mean, they have doctors from Mayo to the Cleveland Clinic to John Hopkins that studied in in the U.S. and now are living in Panama. Healthcare insurance for me is $2,400 a year. That's $200 a month.
Wow. I'm
So,
surprised more people don't move there.
and it's the same for my husband. Everything is 50% off because we're expatriates and we're retired. So if I want to fly back to the US and it's an $800 ticket, I only pay $400 for it.
Right.
The grocery stores, the shopping, the big box stores, everything is there.
Right.
And it's warm, it doesn't get cold, and it doesn't fucking snow.
No, I know. I know. I'm just not into winter anymore, man. I'm just not into it. Just not my. When people are like, "You want to go skiing?" and I'm like, "No, I really don't want to fucking go skiing. I want to stay home."
I used to love to ski, but I can't anymore. I have bad knees.
Right.
I just had an injection in my knee yesterday, which was a series of 3, so that was my last one for like a year.
And that's gonna they inject it with some type of gel to help you,
Right.
right? So it kind of helps the muscle, not the muscle, but where you
So it's not bone on bone.
right, and that is well, it's good. Like, do you think I don't know, fuck, things are gonna like, will it ever progress where will you need surgery on that?
Eventually, yes, I will.
No, that's kind of a dumb, that sucks.
But at the same time, I can do this 6, 7, 8 times. It doesn't matter. Anything to prevent surgery, which once we get to Panama, it won't cost me as much.
Right.
So.
Well, that is awesome. And I hope, I'll put up all the links and everything at the end, but I want to thank you for your time. Yeah, again, this is our second time, our second date. So,
oh, we had a twofer, huh?
Uh-huh. And
yummy. Yummy yum.
Yeah, like that's another question, but I don't want to go into that. That's just fucking
No, go ahead.
When you were doing, like, did you like doing that? Like, where they would go, you and another girl would have to be with another guy? You're like, yeah, all right, or did you just like being with the person?
What, 2 girls and a guy?
Yeah, or if it was 2 guys and you, like, what did you prefer? Like, did you care? Did you just say I don't care?
I liked the 2 girls and a guy. And I also liked the 2 guys and a girl, as long as it was 2 guys that I liked.
Right. Now, did you have the power to say, I'm not working? When you say I don't like, did you have the power to say, I'm not going to do that with, like, I could do it with him, but find somebody else? And would they accommodate and say?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did have the power to say that.
it didn't that just like did you say it in front of the guy where you would start crying?
Where I would start crying?
No, the guy. He'd be like, "Fuck, I thought I would. I thought."
Well, no, it was never in front of the person. I mean, they presented, the people that they wanted in the scene, and I said, I would say, no, I don't want to work with this particular person.
Right.
So it wasn't like a personal assault. So, yes, I did have the power to do that.
Wow. And a lot of people these days just, I mean, it's a mess these days, but they just don't have that type of, um,
That's because they do not execute their power.
I think they're just scared too. They're just, I don't get it. It's like, if you don't want to do something, don't do it, you know?
They do not execute their power.
Yeah. I don't know. They just, I think they don't think they have power. I think they're like, I don't want to make
Well,
people,
you know what? You know what, Vito? That's their fucking problem.
yeah, I know. It is,
You
but
If you don't think more of yourself than that, where you can say no to something, then you deserve what you get.
right. No, I
You
get
know,
it.
from the beginning of when I started in movies, I would say no to something. And they're like, well, you can't say no. I said, just, well, then fuck you. I'm off here. I'm not doing this.
Right.
And they would say, oh, well, wait a minute. And I'm like, fine. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the other thing. I'm not working with this person, that person, the other person, whatever.
Right.
And I did that by instinct.
Right.
So, there is power in saying no, but you don't have any stars left in this business.
Right.
There are no stars anymore. The last big star that I think you'll ever see is Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
And she's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah. You know, I mean, that's just, I don't know. At one point, I think she was making like 6 million a year. Fuck. You know.
Yeah, well, most of it went up her nose and went down her throat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't want to end it on a bad note, but fuck, that is.
But I mean, God bless her. She brought the industry to a new level where I brought it to a new level and people before me brought it to a new level.
Like,
So, I mean, God bless her for that, but at the same time, there are no big stars anymore.
yeah. And do you think that's the thing where people think they're going to be a big star? They're not. They're thinking this is just a way of becoming, the next step. If I do this, if I become an adult performer or whatever. Um,
You know what, Vito? I have no idea other than I think the industry for the most part, holds that down because they don't want to see another Gloria Leonard or a Seka or a Jenna Jameson because they have too much control
mm-hmm.
over the situation. So they're not promoting big stars anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of.
But, I'm so out of that realm, if you will, that, I
No,
have
I,
no
I, I, I know. I know. I totally get it.
I have no fucking idea, nor do I give a rat's ass.
Right.
If you're not a big girl, then stay at home and bake cookies.
Right. No, I get it. I totally get it. Well, I want to thank you for your
Well,
time.
thank you, my darling. I appreciate your time, Vito.
Well, I appreciate your time. It means a lot. It really does. I know that you're a busy woman, and
Those links via email.
okay, I really appreciate it. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Seka. Be
Bye
good.
bye.
Love you. Bye now.
I love you too, and Big smooches to all the fans. If it weren't for you guys, I would not be here. So thank you all very much.
Hey, you know what? People always love a legend, and you, they do. Love you. Goodbye.